In the previous episodes of this series, we visited the forgotten port of Arabia and traveled into the Malay jungles to complete various challenges. This time we are still in Malaysia to discover what the lowlands have to offer. My name is Adam, and this adventure is what I call Asia Express. We are picking up in the peninsular highlands, where after some amazing days in a remote village, I had to pack my bags and descend from the mountains. The nature here blew me away, but deep down I was excited to learn more about this country. And as we approached the emblematic limestones of the region, the bus reached our next stop.
Apparently, there is no day without challenges, so let's see what we can do.
Right after arrival, we headed to the most sacred location here to get a glimpse of how magical this city truly is. So, I entered the cave temple.
Guys, this place is incredible. So the Sampotok temple was built in a raw limestone cave, roughly about 5 kilometers away from the city center. The cave itself was discovered by a Chinese monk in 1890. He was walking around the region and he liked this spot so much that he chose it as his new home, and he spent the rest of his life here. And eventually it became the largest cave temple in entire Malaysia. I had to record this quickly because I'm afraid that a monkey will steal my camera.
This Buddhist temple complex is dedicated to compassion and reflection. Its shrines and statues invite people into a space of prayer and meditation. In the stillness of the cave, spirituality and nature seem to breathe together.
Okay, one challenge completed, 2 more to go.
It was really time to discover Ipoh itself, and suddenly I found myself in the colonial style old town. once the tin capital of the world, built on both great fortune and hardship. Yet after everything, the blend of cultures still echoes in every corner.
So now we came to the central railway station because we have to complete a challenge here that Blanka gave us. So the building was designed by Arthur Benison Habbeck, and it is known funnily by locals as the Taj Mahal of Ipoh. The building also houses a station hotel which is called Majestic. I think it's a really good symbol of Ipoh because the city itself is also like a connection hub. It connects the lowlands, the big cities like Georgetown and Kuala Lumpur, to the highlands. So yeah, having an emblematic central station is quite crucial for a city like this.
Weather changes quickly here, but the arriving storm only added to the atmosphere. In a city famous for its old coffee shops, the rain made it feel even more cozy.
It's not bitter. The humidity is quite tense and it feels quite hot after the cool highlands. It's about 31-32 degrees with clouds and extra wet air.
Even though it was getting dark, I just had to see what the buzz around the local coffee was about.
Let's see. Very good, very tasty. Did you like it? Yeah, I have to read about the history of this coffee because it's super delicious.
And finally, it was time for the food quest. Ipoh street food is widely praised,
So pretty.
so I had to experience it for myself.
Wow, I can already see too many choices. Okay, I think I found my place. Wow, it became super windy, but nothing can stop us from completing the food challenge. So this is something we haven't tried yet. It's beef with mushrooms and yeah, noodles. That's not new. So let's see. This is freaking good. Thank you, Blanka, for this amazing challenge. By the way, I've also got water lemon and lychee juice. Goes very well.
As the night took over the streets, we headed back to our place, because the next flight was awaiting on the following day. In the next episode, we leave Malaysia behind and travel to a new island destination for our wildest adventure yet. Ipoh turned out to be a city full of quiet surprises, a place I know I'll keep in my heart for a long time.